Passengers is a truly stunning film, and I completely understand why it's been so well received. This was released in 2016, and it is directed by Morten, Tyldum, written by Jon Spaihts, with basically just a cast of two, Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt. We do have some other people in this, but for the most part it's focusing on these two, and the description from IMDb is as follows. A malfunction in a sleeping pod on a spacecraft travelling to a distant colony planet wakes one passenger 90 years early. That is terrifying. This isn't a horror, but it is a sci-fi. It's hailed as a drama, romance and sci-fi, but I'd say sci-fi and drama are the two key ones there. I think this premise is absolutely brilliant. So Jim, played by Chris Pratt, wakes up early. And I'm not going to get into how Aurora, played by Jennifer Lawrence, wakes up and comes about this, but I won't spoil anything. But it's really great because it's just basically the two of them on this spaceship, and it's really terrifying when you think that they're 90 years early and they kind of, what's going to happen? How are they going to survive, first of all? Because obviously when they're in that sleep pod, they're kind of like, I guess almost in a kind of cryogenic state, kind of frozen in time. And then when they arrive there, they'd wake up as scheduled and get on with the mission. But now they're alone together on a spaceship with very little to do, very little to keep them sane. And they're just kind of waiting. And what are they waiting for? And that to me is terrifying. The narrative is interesting because we're watching these two people spending time together and how they're coping with this situation. And I do think the pacing is spot on. Not everything is revealed immediately, and not everything is revealed to both characters. And I think the pacing at which these things are revealed to both us as a viewer and the characters is great. The narrative works so well. And if you say, here's a film with two characters, one location, really not much happening around them, would they actually be able to kind of keep our attention and keep us engaged? And absolutely, they 100% do. I also have to say Michael Sheen as Arthur is brilliant. I love his character, I love his role. I thought he was fantastic. Visually as well, it's an absolutely stunning film, and it's such a pleasure to watch. It's emotional. It's definitely an emotional roller coaster, but from start to finish, even though on paper it looks like it would be quite dull, it is so gripping and impossible to look away from, and I absolutely adore it. It's had multiple nominations. It was nominated for 2 Oscars, for the Best Achievement in Music and the Best Achievement in Production Design. It did actually win the Art Directors Guild Fantasy Film Award, which I completely support. That's absolutely fantastic. It really is a very beautiful, stunning film. It will take you on a true journey. It will make you feel every emotion, and probably some you didn't know you had. I love it. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I'd love to know what you think of it. It's a film that I would happily watch multiple times over, and I just think it's probably one of those films you need to see before you die.